the top stories, Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force address alleged gun sighting at Sadler Secondary School. Trinidad and Tobago Police seize thousands of camouflage items, and Ukrainian civilians killed in Russian attacks. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Friday, November 3rd, 2023. I'm Scotticia Hendrickson. Nationally, the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force have addressed the incident of a firearm being observed on the premises of the Sadler's Secondary School. In a statement, the police outlined a series of events that led to the school being thoroughly searched. According to police, on Tuesday, October 31st, at approximately 6 p.m., the police was officially informed of a possible security breach at the Sadler's Secondary School. According to the report received, some students had allegedly observed what appeared to be a firearm in the storeroom at the school earlier that day. A subsequent search of the storeroom and by the school's security officer yielded no results. Fully acknowledging the serious nature of the report, police officers went to the school the following day and they supervised the customary entry security screening of students at the start of the school day. On Thursday, November 2nd, the school compound and its perimeters were thoroughly searched in a joint investigation effort between the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force and the Customs Canine Unit. This was done to ensure the compound was free of contraband and to further address additional security concerns expressed by the students and staff alike. The joint search produced no illegal items or contraband. The Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force continues to encourage persons who may have information of criminal activity to call the nearest police station or the Crime Stoppers hotline at 707. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Education has announced that the Sadler Secondary School will remain on remote learning for today. The school was initially placed on remote learning on Thursday to facilitate a thorough search of the school's premises by the officers for a firearm that was allegedly sighted by students. Following the search, the police reported that no firearm was found. In a statement by the Ministry of Education, Permanent Secretary Mrs. Lisa Romaine Pestana stated that in consultation with the St. Kitts and Nevis Police Force, key measures were recommended. The Ministry of Education will continue to collaborate with the police force to ensure the safety of its staff and students in all its facilities. The students will return to face-to-face instructions on Monday, November 6th. At an estimated value of $8.5 million, the Josephine France General Hospital, in collaboration with the World Pediatrics Project, WPP, and the Pediatrics Assistance League of St. Kitts and Nevis, PALS, concluded its 5th Pediatrics Cardiological Clinic on Thursday. The clinic was facilitated by cardiologists Dr. Scott Gilquist and Dr. Christopher Chow from the Children's Hospital of Richmond, Virginia. During this one-day clinic, the medical duo saw 18 patients ranging from a 3-week-old and a 15-year-old, many whom were follow-ups. Executive Director of the Caribbean for World Pediatric Project, Lauren McIntosh Shallow, expressed her gratitude, saying they were truly fortunate to have a partner being PALS in St. Kitts and Nevis. We know that sometimes it's financially difficult for the families to travel and to access this care. PALS began operation in St. Kitts and Nevis about 33 years ago and was co-founded by Dr. Patrick Martin, former medical chief officer and pediatrician, along with a group of dedicated citizens. The Ministry of Health expresses gratitude and satisfaction with the ongoing relationship with PALS and WPP, emphasizing the value brought to the nation's healthcare system. These collaborative efforts ensure that the children of St. Kitts and Nevis have access to world-class pediatric care, thereby reducing the need for families to seek such specialized services abroad. Regionally, police officers in Trinidad and Tobago seized 1,600 items of camouflage clothing during an exercise in downtown Port of Spain on Wednesday. More in this report.
The items seized included 1,282 camouflage caps, 233 camouflage pants, 127 camouflage fisher hats, 21 pairs of camouflage slippers, 13 camouflage t-shirts, and 1 camouflage bag. According to police reports, between 2 p.m. and 8:30 p.m., officers executed a search warrant at a location on Frederick Street, Port of Spain, accompanied by a 39-year-old woman, Guyanese nationality, who was named on the warrant. During the search, a quantity of camouflage clothing was found and seized. Officers also went to an adjoining warehouse located on Queen Street, Port of Spain, where another quantity of camouflage clothing was found. The items were handed over to the Customs and Excise Office, and the woman was detained for further questioning.
The Antigua and Barbuda's Citizen by Investment Unit is celebrating the 10th anniversary of the program. ABC's Ursel Charles Jr. reports.
A major milestone for the Citizenship by Investment Unit as it celebrates 10 years of existence in this country. Established under the Antigua-Barbuda Citizenship by Investment Act No. 2 of 2013, the unit is responsible for processing all applications for agents' licenses and all applications for citizenship by investment by applicants and their families. Amid the struggles of establishing the unit and maneuvering legal and other administrative challenges, Chief Executive Officer Charmaine Quinlan Donovan says she's proud of the unit's resilience.
When the Citizenship by Investment Unit was initially established in 2013, most did not cast their eyes this far. At best, a 5-year lifespan was expected. But in true Antiguan and Barbudan style, with resilience, ingenuity, strong leadership, commitment, and hard work, we are here.
Prime Minister the Honorable Gaston Brown hails the unit and its program for contributing more than $1 billion to this country's coffers.
From all indications, we have earned on average about $100 million a year, or just over $100 million EC annually, which means that this program would have generated over $1 billion in direct cash contributions to the Treasury of Antigua and Barbuda. And you also have the real estate and business options that would have contributed to economic growth and development. So I believe that the overall economic impact of the program is approaching about $2 billion EC dollars. But again, I just want to emphasize, for the sake of clarity, that the actual cash received by the government would have been just over $1 billion EC.
The Prime Minister also praises the stringent regulatory framework in place, ensuring detestable actors aren't able to infiltrate the citizenship arrangements.
And whereas we recognize the need for significant revenue yields, we're very careful not to undermine the program and to go for volumes to the extent that we would attract nefarious actors. I believe, too, that we have the best regulated program, perhaps in the world. Because, truth be told, many of the developed countries that continue to berate programs in the Caribbean, they have investment immigration programs that are not properly regulated. And they know who they are.
This country's leader says it's the program's contribution which kept public sector workers paid during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. The CIU, in celebration of its milestone, hosted a cocktail and reception Tuesday at the Johnny St. Louis Finance and Conference Center. Guests included Education Minister the Honorable Darrell Matthew, Ambassador Aubrey Webson, and several other public and private sector stakeholders. For ABS News, I am Ursel Charles Jr.
Internationally, a Russian attack on Kherson in eastern Ukraine on Wednesday killed one person and caused serious damage in the city's center, the region's governor said. More in this Euronews report.
Ukraine says Russia has set a new record, shelling 118 towns in just 24 hours. Kiev accuses Moscow of targeting civilians in its strikes across 10 regions, marking the heaviest day of Russian shelling this year. At least 3 people were killed in Kherson, Kharkiv and Nikopol. Moscow has fired millions of shells on cities, towns and villages since the start of the war last year. With the Israel-Hamas war dominating the headlines, the EU's top diplomat Joseph Borrell has reiterated the bloc's commitment to the long-term support of Ukraine. In a social media post, he said Russian aggression had reached a new peak of ruthlessness. Moscow says its troops are using high-precision weapons and targeting Ukrainian military infrastructure. Military experts warn Russia will likely strike Ukrainian energy and communications facilities with the onset of winter. The UN says more than 18 million Ukrainians already need humanitarian assistance.
In Mexico, the death toll after a powerful storm swept through a coastal resort town has risen to 46. 58 people are missing, among them 18 foreigners. Locals are still waiting for government to help. Al Jazeera's John Holman reports.
This was Mayfar's family home before last Wednesday, when a Category 5 hurricane hit Acapulco, Mexico's Pacific Coast resort town, and reduced it to this. She and 11 other relatives survived by hiding in this passage.
We were 3 hours in here. It flooded. It was halfway up our legs. It was horrible. There were children.
Much of Acapulco is now devastated. 80% of the hotels are damaged. But Mayfar echoes many when she says the authorities have yet to help them.
We want the government to be here and to support us. It's been a week and they haven't shown up. They have abandoned us.
Where Mayfar lives on Campeche Street, the residents themselves have begun the clean-up operation.
We're all helping each other as neighbours, as family, because we've never faced a hurricane as strong as this one.
There's no electricity yet on Campeche Street, just like vast sectors of the rest of the town, and a lack of food and water too. Here, like elsewhere, that's led to looting. The shop in Campeche Street has been looted, just like almost every other convenience store and supermarket in Acapulco. And that means that a week after the hurricane, you can't find anything to eat or drink in this town, even if you've got the money. The president's promised a more than $3 billion aid package. He says that in 3 months, families are going to have food and money to pay damaged household appliances. Additional security is also part of the plan, but the residents in Campeche Street say the National Guard, already sent to Acapulco, haven't shown up here. They barricade themselves in at sunset, frightened of looters.
No one comes in, not cars, not people. We close off the streets at 7 p.m. and open at 6 in the morning.
In a town that this week has spiralled out of control, they're having to rely on themselves. John Holman, Al Jazeera, Acapulco.
The weather is next after this break.
When hurricane season strikes, businesses need a partner who's ready to go the extra mile. One who understands the challenges and has experience to mitigate the risks. Trust C&W Business, your safety net in the eye of the storm. Our comprehensive disaster recovery strategies empower businesses to protect critical assets, keep communication channels open, and help operations recover quickly, ensuring the safety and continuity of your business. With C&W Business, a safe business is an open business.
And now for the weather. Present weather is partly cloudy with showers in the vicinity. Temperature is 30 degrees Celsius or 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are a moderate breeze of 12 miles per hour from the east-northeast. Seas are 1.2 to 1.8 meters or 4 to 6 feet. Weather forecast in St. Kitts and Nevis for today will be partly cloudy and hazy conditions with a 40% or moderate chance of brief passing showers. Tonight will be partly cloudy in general with a 60% or moderate chance of brief passing showers overnight. Sunset today will be 5:39 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow will be at 6:10 a.m. We'll be right back after this.
When hurricane season strikes, businesses need a partner who's ready to go the extra mile. One who understands the challenges and has experience to mitigate the risks. Trust C&W Business, your safety net in the eye of the storm. Our comprehensive disaster recovery strategies empower businesses to protect critical assets, keep communication channels open, and help operations recover quickly, ensuring the safety and continuity of your business. With C&W Business, a safe business is an open business.
And that brings us to the end of the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Scotticia Hendrickson.